All right, welcome back. There's no gainsaying the fact that Nigerian music at this moment is literally the most sought after sound across the world. And it makes the space even more competitive. A lot of people say you wake up every day and there's a new artist on the scene, and it's very hard to keep up these days. But some people still manage to shine as bright as their talent shows in very short time. And one of them is my guest here today, who in the last couple of years has suddenly become a name on a lot of people's mouths. Crayon from Mavin Records. How you doing?
I'm all right. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to be here, man. Thanks a lot for coming. How's music treating you these days?
It's been amazing. It's been beautiful to see because, I've been working over the years, and now I'm finally getting, the recognition that I deserve. So it's beautiful to see amongst my fans, among my team, among everybody that know me personally.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited.
So when you say for a couple of years, when did this start for you, music?
I started making music 2016 officially.
You're still in school at this time?
No, I wasn't in school.
Okay.
I was trying to get into university.
Oh, you hadn't even gone into university?
Nah, I wrote Jamb 5 times.
I think I've heard the story. What happened? What kept happening?
For the first 2 times I failed.
Okay.
And the rest of the 3 times I passed. So I kept going to the school to lay complaints what's up? Just give me.
But you just wasn't getting admission.
I don't know. What is just happening for me? It was just. I feel like it's just God's. God,
Of redirecting you.
You feel me. So even before I started making music, I used to be a footballer. I like football a lot. I used to play football. I used to go to trainings, academy, and stuff like that. There's one time that I came for a screening in Surulere Stadium. I was supposed to go to Manchester United and stuff like that. But
can you imagine?
At the time, I didn't have no connections because football in Nigeria need connections. I don't want to start mentioning names right now because it's crazy. But I dropped my first song 2016. With Ozediko's one name. And that's my brother. We go way back. He was the first guy that pressed record for me when I started making music. The first time I entered the studio, Ozediko was the guy that pressed record. And it was just learning music at the time, production-wise. So I dropped my first song called Stay Loyal. After that time, a lot of people liked it in the hood. I was going to birthday parties performing. I was getting girls in the hood. It was crazy. So what? I need to keep dropping. Because I didn't have no money at the time. I wasn't doing no specific job or stuff like that. So my mom used to be a popular fruit seller in Yanoba called, She used to sell fruits.
Fruits?
Yeah, carrots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she said carrots, she said cucumber, all those things like that. So I used to always follow her to the market, steal some money. She used to complain because she knew that.
He said steal some money.
He used to complain because she knew that, this boy has something that he's doing. At least he's not in school yet, but he's doing something. So I recorded 7 songs in a space of a year and 2 months. And one of the songs got to Mavin. I wasn't on Instagram or anything like that because I didn't have a smartphone. I used to use one.
So where were you dropping your music?
I used to use one. Ozediko was the guy.
Okay, who was doing?
Dropping the music for me on SoundCloud, all those things. He used to charge me 5K for mixing and mastering, recording, beat making, artwork, everything for 5K at the time. But for other artists, he charged them higher. But for me, it's bro, I believe still will go somewhere. You understand? So just recording like that. I was the first artist, that got my song played on radio. Ozediko's the first artist produced for that got his song played on radio.
Nice.
I didn't pay the guy any money. He was just playing it because he loved the songs. So at the time, I was getting so much love, and nobody saw me on Instagram. I didn't do a freestyle on Instagram because I was using one. I don't know if you know this Nokia touchlight phone that has this orange lining. Yeah, it's
Oh my God.
So I used to use my friend's phone to log into my Instagram and Twitter and just upload my stuff and just go back offline.
Yeah.
So somebody called me from one of my guys is dead now. His name is KOB. He's my biggest fan. Joe crazy. At the Much More studio where we used to record, it was me, Ozediko, one of my guys called Nose, one of my guys called Soft, was one of my guys Soft.
Okay.
Bang Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all together recording at the small studio. The small studio itself, Jenny the carry fan. It's crazy, So because because my song was so good, even without promotion or anything, no manager, it was just me. So I don't know how it got to Mavin HQ. I think, and one of my guys called Sean Mavin used to work on Mavin and Ibuka at the time. So they were playing my song at the headquarters.
At the Mavin headquarters.
Yeah, and it has multiple speakers around the office. So when they're playing a song, everybody will be hearing it.
Yeah.
So I think Baby Fresh heard the song and he DM me, he's like, bro, come with your producer and your material. I want to see you tomorrow morning.
What song was this that was being played? Do you know?
I think it was called Rihanna.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dope. It's actually sounding dope now, right now. So I don't know. Someone just called me. I think my guy called KOB called me. He's passed now. He called me like, bro, they want to see you from Mavin tomorrow. They sent me a call.
What year was this now?
It was 2017, like towards December.
Did you believe that it was real or it was a scam?
Bro, I thought like, bro, are you serious? He's like, yeah, you didn't want me. I said, bro, which can be you? You tell me all this one, how, where? Like, so I called Zeddy Cause one day, and it's like, bro, they go Mavin tomorrow. Like, huh? Where? How? I'm like, bro, they say they go Mavin tomorrow. So I checked, actually used like one of my friends' phone to check my DMs again. I saw Baby Fresh's verified page. And I'm like, bro, it's actually serious. That night, I couldn't sleep. Like, I was talking to my mom. Everybody was happy. Everybody was excited. My mom actually gave me transport fare to, Mavin that day. So as soon as we got to, what's it called? I think Admiralty Way, that Lekki Peninsula.
Yeah.
Means that it goes to fly back from that place, reach the Mavin streets, the estate. So
Yeah.
as we're walking, we're just talking like, bro, it's actually real. Is this real? Until I saw the Mavin logo outside.
The sign.
It's actually real.
So was Don Jazzy there the day you got there?
I'm coming to that. So as we got to the venue, we went inside, at the reception. Me and Zodikos were just chilling. And we just kept waiting, like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And the AC was so cold because we're not used to it. Zodikos stepped outside. It's like, bro, I've got to collect son a big.
They were not used to it.
I know people collect all this AC. So it was crazy. So after like 3 hours, Baby Fresh came downstairs. It was Jalamia. It was like, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. I'm like, bro, nice to meet you. And he's like, okay, you guys want to go home or you guys want to go to the studio? I'm like, we don't reach here now. That's studio. So as soon as I opened the studio, it was Don Jazzy, Big N, Dr. Seed, almost everybody. I was like, bro, it's real. Straight up, I went to the floor, baba. It's like, no, sit down, sit down. So I just sat down close to him. He was like, okay, Baby Fresh, play me stuff, because he was Baby Fresh that brought me to, so he started playing my song. And there was this song that caught his attention. It's called Long Truth. And Tega was there at the same time too. He was like, okay, I like this one. I want to work with you. I love your sound and I want to see what we can do for you. So just keep coming around, but just keep coming around. So stuff like that. So I used to come from Milan, spend like 3 days, go back to Milan, come again. I used to do like that for like a while. And then like 2018, I moved in fully into the HQ. So nobody promised me anything like, we're going to sign you. We were just like, okay, we love you, want to work with you. So I was just there. I was the first young artist to come at the time. That time, I just started doing the Academy P.
Yeah.
So I was there. Rema came as well. London came from Kaduna to Prestige, all of us. We're just there. So that's how we keep finding our sound. We're just finding my sound. Because all I had there was just a talent.
Yeah.
So I needed to learn the music business, how to work with your A&R team, how to be a proper artist, imagery, all the stuff. So for me, it was like a school for a year. I was just there finding my sound. I had So Fine, Gokam, all those records before. Yeah,
already?
Yeah, like Rema had Do Me Beat too as well. So when we used to record then, it was crazy because a lot of artists was Amave at the time. Like a Tiwa, Ricardo, Courage, Aya. So you don't have time to record. You usually record at 4 a.m. in the morning. You just open the studio. I'm going to do this to do.
I go catch my time.
Catch my time, And I want to say big shout out to Mavin for that platform. For me, it was it was so good, And my mom too. My parents were so understanding. They keep calling me like, "You okay? Are you okay?" I said, "I do alright for you. I do alright."
That's
So 2019, I got unveiled. And boom.
That's a very, very good story. That's a very, very good story. Nice to hear that. Before 2016, though, was it just football for you? Was music in your plan at all before 2016?
It was just football.
So you didn't even have plans for music?
At all.
So what made you even think about it?
I know I could sing.
Yeah.
I used to be in choir.
But you never explored it?
But I never really explored it. Okay, there's one time that, I linked up one of my friends. It used to be like, in every hood, there's this fresh boy that's always the guy that's fresh to mingle with. So he took me to ShopRite for the first time in Ikeja City Mall. So we were just talking, and it's I'm like, bro, I really want to make music. He was like, why? I'm like, this football team is going to take a long time for me to even get popping because football in Nigeria is like this, but music, you can easily just get up. It's not easy, but football and music, if you judge it like,
But with music is dependent on you. With football, there's too many
there's
factors.
Too many factors. So I'm like, bro, I want to start making music. Like, okay, cool. Just start writing music first before you go to the studio. So I just started writing songs on my booklet. The time my dad caught me. At midnight, I was supposed to be reading for my Jamb. I was writing songs. I was like, you're writing music.
That's why you failed the first two. You're writing music.
I was just writing music. So, so for me, I just like, I legit prayed about it. Like, God, please just show me who I am. I don't want to go into something that wouldn't, favor me. Just show me who I am.
Yeah.
And legitly, like.
So you dumped the whole idea of going to school at that point, obviously.
It wasn't like I dumped it. It was after like my 5th Jamb. I was in Unilag. I was writing my post-TME exams. And Unilag was crazy. Everybody wants to go to Unilag. All the students were there. They know the story. Like, it was crazy. We were there for like, from around like 7 a.m. to like 4. And we never even went to exam or yet.
Wow.
Yeah, girls were fainting. Everyone was congested. It was crazy. We had to like break the what's it called, the gates to enter the exam hall. So we were there. We were just sitting down. Then I already made me very patient on Jazzy. So I knew I was headed somewhere. So I was just sitting down in the exam hall, just thinking to myself, like, do I really want to do this? Like, am I sure I'm going to be able to juggle music and school? How am I going to even cope?
Yeah.
Like, how? I was just thinking, like, I just stood up and I walked out. And everybody was looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, why would you even like walk out of the exam hall when you waited for so long? Just right now, I'm really good now, all this kind of thing. So I walked out and that was the biggest.
That was it.
That was the biggest.
What did your parents say?
I didn't tell them. They don't know. Maybe they watch the video, they will know. I didn't tell them that I didn't write the exam. I told them that I wrote the exam and I gave them the usual formats that my name didn't come out for the admission list. It was crazy. I didn't tell nobody. I only called one of my friends. His name is DJ Optimist. I called him. I'm like, bro, I just walked out. He was like, bro, are you serious?
So your parents just found out.
Bro, it's like, bro, you know what you just did? You just showed God that you're ready. You're ready. Just burn bridges. You just burn to bridge and you're showing God that you're ready. That was the only guy I told. Like, I didn't have the confidence to tell my friends because like they look at me like you're just a serious person.
What are your parents saying about your career now? I mean, your dad caught you writing music. They probably wanted you to go to school, which is why you kept writing Jamb over and over again. But now you're doing something completely off their plan, maybe. What were their thoughts at the beginning, and how do they feel now?
My parents, at the beginning, they've always been supportive.
Okay.
My dad, he even sponsored me to go for an academy. They've always been supportive for anything I wanted to do. But it's just that they wanted me to go to school and do anything I wanted to do. My parents have been super supportive. My mom used to give me money for studio sections sometimes. My dad as well. Even when I go to shows, my mom, she would complain with them, don't come back late at night too. If she go in the morning, she drop transport, low key. See, I see what. Just
doing
all on the side. So
they've
always been supportive. My mom is my biggest fan. My song is her ringtone. She calls me every time. She's on my Instagram. She's calling me, I didn't see you. You go Ghana, I didn't see you. It's super, it's amazing, man, to have a blessing, such a blessing for your parents. Like
okay. But so I mean the Don Jazzy moment happened. You got signed to Mavin. What song do you think changed it for you and got you into people's consciousness or our eyes?
At first was So Fine.
Yeah.
It like introduced me to the game. Everybody know this Crayon, the guys can sing. But the song that I really like changed everything for me was Overdose. When Overdose dropped,
That was a great song.
when Overdose dropped, like the numbers started going up and like the traction started going up, the pressure started going up, everything just started going up, price, everything. So for me, Overdose is that breakthrough record for me because like, it took me like 3 years to get to this point where everybody's is.
Did you write that song?
No, I did it.
Okay.
It's a song for everybody. They called me, my team called me, it's like, we want you to take the verse, the hook and the chorus. I was super excited. I go into the studio, I did my part. Everybody played their part, so I did my part. And it came out and my part kind of like stood out on the song.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to see and everybody killed it. From
Everybody
Ira,
did.
Lalipo, Magic, Voice Price, everybody killed it. So I'm grateful to God. I'm thankful to God.
Yeah.
For the song.
Then there's Ijo.
Labalaba.
Labalaba.
Yeah.
That song, I feel like it's probably TikTok's property at this point. I feel like every time I go on TikTok or put on a reel, the song is playing. What's the process for that particular record, and is there a pattern to how you sort of figure out your sound and music?
For me, when it comes to making music, it depends on my mood. If I'm feeling great, I make great records. If I'm feeling sad, I make a sad record. If I'm feeling in love,
Yeah.
I'll make love songs. So for me and Sal have been cool for a minute. We met at the gym 2019. Don't worry, I haven't been to the gym since that time.
It's allowed.
So we exchanged contact. I've been talking since then. And 2022, and I messaged him like, bro, I want to make a song with you. And he's like, okay, cool, let's link up. But I think I fell ill, and I went to the hospital. And then I came back, and I texted him again, like, I'm ready now. So he was in London. So when he came back, he texted me like, okay, bro, I'm in Lagos now, let's link. So I went to his house. That was my first time. I think that was my second time meeting SARS. I've always wanted to work with SARS because I have these sentimental reasons, because SARS is that guy that you want to work with as an artist. So I linked up with him, and it's very, very like spiritual too. He doesn't work with anybody. He works with people that he connects with. So we link up in the studio. He played me like 5 beats. I already took the 5 beats on my phone. I'm about to start going on. He was like, "Come on, beat, just did my lap. We had never finished like that. We just did a skeleton. I just playing everything I like." So he played me the beats. He didn't have all the log drums or anything like that. I heard it. I just felt inspired immediately. I just started vibing with my phone. So like, okay, send me these beats. So I went back home. I linked up one of the best songwriters in the game right now, Embryo. We made the song together, and the dance that I did for Overdose actually inspired the song. That I did that dance in the part. So that's why it's called Ijo Labalaba. Ijo means dance. Labalaba means butterfly. So it's a butterfly hand movement. So the dance actually inspired the song, and Ijo is a feel-good music.
Yeah.
It feels good. You listen to it, you want to dance. At the same time, it has like affirmations to it, like different meanings. And it also has like different cultural influences from Ghana. I said Kweku, that's Ghanaian. I said Vuvuzela, that's South African. I said Ijo, Yoruba. I said Pidgin. I said this now Sogu, that's Igbo. So it has like...
So it's like a mesh of different cultures.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break now and we're back. Please stay with us.
Don't just stand there teasing me. Now it's time to show and prove.
Awesome stuff now. So the Mavin group has so many artists, and virtually everyone is doing amazing, right? And the music industry, as a larger part of everything, is also crazy right now. We see what's happening. Everybody's on tour, everybody's performing, everybody's making money, and releasing records after records. So there's a lot of competition, even in-house for you, whether you like it or not. There's artists, like you said, you met in the academy, who are also out there now doing their own thing. So when you see that competition, is there pressure on you, to sort of meet a certain standard, or are you just inspired by things?
To be honest, I'm inspired. I'm a team player as well. I tweeted something one day and I said, everybody on my team is winning. It feels like Real Madrid. For real, it feels like an all-star team. Everybody's winning. Redman's winning. Aristar's winning. I'm winning. Magic, Boy Spice, Ladipo, Johnny Drill. Everybody's performing, killing it. Jazzy even tweeted something a couple of days ago. He said, all my artists are booked and busy.
I saw that.
I felt like, it's beautiful. So I'm inspired by everybody, on the label to even do more stuff, because I feel like even before I got signed, it's been this family orientation they've given to me. Like it's not a competition; it's more like a family. We all help each other to grow. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, awesome stuff. I wanted to ask what kind of genre of music you do, but I guess, would you just say Afro pop? Is that what you do?
Yeah, I do Afro beats.
Yeah.
I do Afro pop. For me, I have this crazy ideology in my head that, that's Crayon. When you get a pack of Crayon, it's like different colors inside. That's what my music is, like different sounds in one pack. And from that pack,
a little bit of everything.
You understand? From primary color, you can mix it and get secondary color. You can mix secondary color and primary color and get tertiary color, and it keeps going like that. So that's what my music is, like different sounds in one. Yeah.
What should we expect from you? Is anything coming this year? Body of work next year? What are you working on?
Is a Mavin Oster album coming before the end of the year? Definitely, I'm gonna drop another single. And also there's a Mavin single coming again. So that's basically for me. I'm just dropping bangers, performing, making money, do everything I got to do to make sure I stay up there. So definitely.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Is there woman drama in your life now?
Because
Because you're not flying Okada to Mavin HQ anymore. Your life is changed, so attention is different.
You know, definitely, but you know, for me, like, it is what it is, man. I don't think.
I mean, it comes with the territory as an
Yeah,
artist.
yeah, it
Women,
comes.
I mean, attention is part of the lifestyle, right? Are you single now?
I'm single right now, but you know, I hope that I find someone special.
Oh, you're looking.
Not like I'm looking. I want to stumble. You know when you kick.
Let it just
stumble,
happen.
Just stumble and you fall in love.
Yeah, you don't
that's
mind
what
it
I want to do.
happening.
I don't mind it happening. That would be beautiful.
Nice, man. Congratulations on everything. Very excited by your career. I'm a huge fan. You know that already anyway. So looking forward to much more from you, Crayon. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break now and be back. Please stay with us.
Get with you. Don't just stand there teasing me. Now